It's Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK, and quite fittingly for this channel, this year's theme is community. So it feels like the right time to have a chat about something I feel a lot of us struggle with, but rarely admit to: failure. A year ago, I made a big move. I was in a comfortable role as a lead designer at a company that I'd helped build. I'd set the standards and was really proud of what we'd done in the 4 years that I worked there. But I had an opportunity to switch to a UX role at a much bigger company. It was something I'd done before elsewhere, and I thought, yeah, I've got this. I nailed the interview process, aced the task, and walked away feeling like I'd already proven myself. You know that feeling where you're like, this is meant for me. I'm going to smash it. Well, spoiler alert, I absolutely did not smash it. Here's the thing. I'd never failed in a job before. I'd always passed probation without second thought. To me, probation periods were just a formality, a bit of legal padding in contracts to keep employers safe. Not passing probation was something that happened to other people, not me. But this time, I felt like I was constantly on trial. I was working with people who were absolute subject matter experts. And I didn't just have to be good, I had to be exceptional, straight out the gate, and I just wasn't. It felt like turning up to a Premier League training session after years of playing Sunday League. Suddenly, everyone's faster, sharper, they know exactly what you're doing, and you're just trying to keep up without all the other players running rings around you. And if that wasn't enough, life outside of work was incredibly difficult. We just had a baby, which if you've ever been through those first few months, you'll know it's its own special kind of chaos. But in comparison, that was easy, compared with losing both my father-in-law and my mother-in-law within a space of a few months. My eldest son was old enough to understand what was happening, and seeing him struggle with that grief cut deeper than I could have ever imagined. Like, how do you comfort a kid who's trying to process something that you can't handle yourself? I tried to be really, really present for my partner, to support her through her own unimaginable heartbreak, and to hold it together for our boys. In truth, I really did step up as a partner and as a parent, but work suffered so much because obviously I couldn't keep that many plates spinning. Eventually it became clear that I'd bitten off more than I could chew. I wasn't just struggling with the role, I was drowning in it. And it wasn't just about my skills or experience. I'd severely underestimated how much the new environment, the amazing people, and the pressure of all of that would affect me. But here's the thing I'm incredibly thankful for: the people I had around me. Friends who took my messages when I needed to vent, who made space for my rambling voice notes, who reminded me that I wasn't a failure just because I was struggling. And without them, honestly, this could have been so much worse. So with this year's Mental Health Awareness Week theme being community, it's a fitting reminder that we don't get through these things alone. Sometimes the difference between drowning and making it to the shore is having people around you who won't let you sink. Here's what that chapter taught me. Number 1. You don't have to prove anything to anyone but yourself. I'd been so caught up in trying to impress a building full of experts that I completely forgot my own strengths and at times forgot myself entirely. You don't have to match someone else's skill set to add value. You just have to be good at what you do in your own way, in your own time. You deserve to be there on your own merits. Number 2, prioritize what really matters. I had this nagging feeling that my time at that company was costing me something that I just couldn't afford, and that's my ability to be present with my family. I had to remind myself that success at work means absolutely nothing if you're failing at home. I'd be up for hours at night trying to catch up on the work that I couldn't get through during the day, and then inevitably losing sleep, and then, of course, not being up for it for the following day. Number 3, burnout isn't a sign of weakness. It's not a lack of talent or grit. It's a sign that something fundamental is off. If you're struggling, it doesn't mean that you're broken. It means that you're human, and you're probably carrying far more than you or anyone else realizes. Number 4, it's okay to step back. We're often told that quitting is the worst thing you can do, but sometimes stepping back is the bravest move you can make. It takes guts to admit when something isn't working and to protect your mental health before it's too late. Number 5, speak up. This is the hardest one, but it's the most important. If you're struggling, say something. Talk to a friend, a colleague, or just someone you trust, because silence only makes the weight heavier. That experience was one of the reasons that I realized I needed to create Unquiet People. I obviously wanted to better myself, but I realized that I could use my experiences to help other people too, because it's okay to admit when you're struggling. It's okay to not have it all figured out and to speak up when you're at your limit or beyond it. If you've ever felt like you've taken a step too far or you're going through something similar to what I've experienced, know that you really don't have to go through it alone. We're all here for you. So in the spirit of community, let's keep the conversation going. I'd love to hear your thoughts, whether it's a comment about a time you've had to step back to find yourself again, or simply just an emoji if that's all you've got for today. If you're new here or you just haven't seen my other videos, there's a couple somewhere on screen now. There's one about how being bullied as a kid really affected me growing up, and another talking about how Unquiet People has changed my life so far. So if you like this, please let me know by clicking the like button. I'm told that really helps. And if you want more videos like this, please consider subscribing and turn on your notifications to be told whenever I post something. But regardless of numbers and engagement, I'm just really, really grateful that you're here in the first place. So let's catch up soon.